Apologies for the audio this week. I am sick. And he's got allergies.
I'm just a guy.
Yeah, he's just congested, but yeah. And also probably hurts the tempo this week, but
It's a crazy week of football.
yeah.
Welcome to Hot Takes Unless You Agree. Week 10 just passed.
10, yeah.
Crazy to think about. We're already almost done with the regular season.
It's kind of sad.
Kind of sad, especially if you're like us and some of our leagues doing really bad. It's hard to stay focused.
Yeah, gotta rally, like gotta win every game.
Especially amidst a mutiny in the league, but alas.
All right.
Anton had a really good topic that over the weekend that he wanted to talk about. I think we're basically in agreement, but more of like a venting
Yeah.
why teams and offensive coordinators don't go for it on 4th and 1 more often.
Yeah, with the inclusion of the touch push during the Packers-Eagles game, you saw Jordan Love convert, I think, 2 or 3 4th and short scenarios where it wasn't even a touch push, it wasn't a special formation, it was literally just, I think it was like a standard whatever, running back in the behind, quarterback straight at the line, just goes. You got a big guy, I feel like it's almost automatic.
So you have a decent O-line.
Now I think, well, teams also are like obsessing over like the tush push thing. Like I don't understand. Like I feel like there was a period of time where everybody forgot about the QB sneak, and then tush push came, and it's like now that's the only thing. Even though QB sneak existed forever. Now I guess they don't want quarterbacks going over the top. That was the only thing I was thinking. Like like go over the top, get hit, and get smacked. Like Cam had that happen a couple times, like back in the day. But
well, it's like
that,
now they even do the tush push with tight ends, like they used to do it with Kraft. You see the Seahawks with Barner.
no.
Pretty sure the Steelers have done it with Freiermuth. It's just like an automatic, at least yard. Like I would say 80% of the time.
Yeah, but so QB sneak was just as efficient. I'm not arguing against like one or the other. I'm just like wanted to point out and hear your thoughts on why like maybe like that whole play calling kind of went away, and then because I think it would just went straight to like a running back dive or zone on the short yardage instead of giving it.
People
to
do like dumbass end arounds now, like the
those are so
Bills
dumb.
offensive coordinator. Like every 4th and short is 6'5" Josh Allen or James Cook for that matter, and they're doing like end arounds to Elijah Moore or like the tight end screen. It's like, especially if you have like the guy like Josh Allen, there's no point in not going for it. Not that it would have changed the game, but we for the first drive versus the Dolphins this past week when they got shitted on, I think they were at like their own 40, 45, and it was 4th and 1, and they didn't go for it. They punted. It's like it's more often than not you're going to convert. And I think a lot of it has to just go with your total attitude, I guess, towards 4th downs. Like a guy like Mike Tomlin, he's just not going to go for it no matter what. Like he'll kick a field goal from the 1 yard line, no problem.
Yeah, the Packers led the league in third down conversions, like almost 50%. So makes sense why they would go for it. But I was just wondering, just like kind of just something I noticed, because it's like the obsession. And then you watch like the Eagles doing the same thing with the tush push, and half
it's
the
so
times
OP.
it was like false starting. I understand why that's so hard to officiate, because I mean you got the camera angle, just call it back. Maybe that could be like a play with an asterisk where it's like reviewable. On the legality of it,
Well, the Eagles are the only team that does the tush push that also does it illegally a lot of the time. Because if you watch around the league, it's not like it's not a common play anymore, or like it's not a hidden play. Like most teams have it in their arsenal, whether it's from the goal line or doing a 4th and short play. But yeah, it's just kind of concerning. Even though like people are going for it. Like the most 4th downs like ever, like in the past, but it's still like not as high as it probably should be, given like, just like strategy and game theory and like win percentages and stuff like that. I think we're gonna get there though. It has to be like one coach. One coach is gonna just keep doing it.
Just all season. It's like when a team doesn't have a kicker, they just go for 2 every time.
Yeah, it's going to be one guy's going to do it. He's going to have crazy success in his first couple of years, and then everyone's going to start doing it. That's how it's a copycat league a lot of the time. Since it's kind of a weird day, we're going to switch it up. We're going to go backwards today. We're going to start with the Monday night football. Packers, Philly. Kind of crazy way to end the week. Also, if you watch the Broncos, Raiders, crazy way to start the week. 10-7 thriller.
Yeah, it was 13-10, I think. Something like that. It was a 3-point game. It was stupid.
Super ass game to watch.
I'm gonna double check. I'm just gonna put my phone on D&D, but you can
Yeah,
keep going.
10-7. Like if you watch that game, I bet on touchdowns
yeah.
usually.
Let's just hope nobody calls me.
I usually bet on touchdowns, and it was just Josh Jacobs and Devonta Smith Devonta Smith's been going off, but I don't know. It's not really a parlay I was really interested in putting together because Josh Jacobs' odds usually are like super suck.
No.
Yeah, so just want to get your opinion, I guess. Last week we kind of talked about it after the Panthers loss. Is it still, you think play calling on offense is still like a massive issue? Because the defense, kind of held it down.
Yeah, so it's what I said last week. I was like, why would you pull away from the run? The run's working and getting like 5. This time they just fully committed to the run. Receivers are playing terribly as well. Some of it is on Jordan Love. I feel like he took a couple sacks. His pocket presence isn't great.
Yeah, he had 3
wasn't great in that
sacks.
game, but they also had good pressure. They wouldn't let him step up. They also wouldn't let him really roll out because by the time the route combinations like evolved, it was just too much time. Overall, just a bad game, bad play calling.
Yeah,
Receivers need to catch. We got guys. I mean, Wicks went like 4 weeks straight not dropping like a single pass, and then drops a couple big ones.
Dobbs got hurt. Dobbs.
No, that's
No 2 fumbles by Love, 1 lost, and then obviously the last fumble by Jacobs at the kind of sealed the deal.
Yeah, that's just. I mean,
It was funny as fuck watching I think it was the end where McManus was like warming up hella, and they let him kick it after the timeout or whatever, and Sirianni was like, "What the fuck?" And it was like the first one he did was like so short, like
it was like 5 yards short. So like he was probably good for like
but he was like coming off like a calf strain or something, like he hurt
injury.
quad injury. He was like hurt on his kicking leg, and then like everyone was just like, "Nah, he doesn't have it." And then did it get blocked or he just shanked the fuck? Trying to go for too much power.
Just psyched him out, honestly, at that point. I would have taken, I don't know what the deal was, but
it was just funny because it's like super anticlimactic. Like, no one really thought he was going to make it, though.
No. His career, he tied his career high or whatever. And then, but it was just one of those things. I don't understand being aggressive the whole game, going for a 4th down. And
and that,
going for a Hail Mary.
And that drive, because it was like, they had the ball like 8 seconds. And then, where it shows the line, like field goal range. They were like 4 yards, maybe 3 yards away. And instead of like going for like a quick out or like a flat play, Jordan Love just skies it out of bounds to like get time off the clock. I didn't understand that kind of move behind it.
I think it might have just been a misread or something. Probably did.
Because it's so easy to get those little like 3 yards, 5 yards when they're playing like prevent, especially in those like situations. I don't know. It was another thing that. Because I was just rooting for overtime just to like keep the mess going,
Yeah.
But
it could have also gone for a Hail Mary. I mean,
it's not like it was that far
for him to throw. He can throw it too. I don't know what I gotta see. Somebody's got to lay out like LaFleur's thoughts. Because he'll be aggressive and then he'll just be like a soft little pussy.
Yeah, I've seen people on Twitter, Packers people, calling for Heffley, the DC defensive coordinator, to be the head coach and get rid of LaFleur. Everyone.
I think he's a good head coach. A lot of people are saying he just needs to give up play calling. So, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, that was like his calling card. So that's probably going to be pretty hard because he's he was considered, one of the elite like Shanahan, McVay guys for a while.
He's got a really nice winning record.
Oh yeah, Packers have never been bad under his tenure. I asked you this last week. I won't reveal the score. I don't know if you remember the score yet. But out of 1 through 10, your confidence level now.
What did I say last week? Like 8?
I'll tell you after.
Probably like 7.
You said 8 last week.
Yeah. 7. Just the Kings need to be.
It's a long time for the playoffs. It's all you need to get hot is like right at the last 4 or 3 games, and then anything can happen. Have like Eli Manning season, but yeah, the NFC North division has been pretty good this year. Even the Bears and Vikings are solid. Lions, of course, dominant as usual. But Amon-Ra, I don't know if they've said he might be suspended or not.
The punch too. the first punch and then the second punch the other guy.
Yeah. And he did the Trump celly. That should be suspension, just because that's lame as fuck. But yeah, going down to Sunday Night Football, your guy Rodgers kind of laid an egg. He's kind of just getting beat up all night long. Chargers totally kind of dominated. There's that one clip of Rodgers like getting helmet to helmet, like on his chin strap. Like the guy went under the. That's got to be brutal,
Yeah.
especially in the cold, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Bad game. I mean, from him, and also it just looks like they don't have any receivers. And,
Yeah.
and honestly, I watched DK this
We
game.
talked about it last
Yeah,
week.
he does play small. He
And
doesn't.
he's
He doesn't.
6'4", like
Yeah.
huge guy.
He should be. All they run him is just like posts. It's like, all right, safety.
Because he can only catch it in front of him and run. He's not a go up and get it guy or like back shoulder guy.
No.
And that's like Rodgers' thing.
And then the
That's
guys
why
that
it was a
he
weird
does have-
fit.
Calvin Austin is definitely going to get cut, dude. He just did it again where he tipped it and gave Rodgers another pick. Like, come on.
You know,
man.
Rodgers hates, like, he's all about touchdown to interception ratio.
It's efficiency. But, like, if your guys are dropping it, and they're not just dropping it because
But it's
of
like the backups
miscommunication.
suck too. Roman Wilson is like super
Oh,
bad.
dude.
He's like always running the wrong routes, and Rodgers says. And then it's like, yeah, other than that, he always throws to Darnell Washington, the 6'8", like 0-speed tight end.
Yeah.
He's like, he looks like the Thing or
Just
like
the right
Hulk out
tackle.
there.
Just the right tackle playing as a receiver.
And so
They
that's
figured
why
it out. They were like, dude, just get him. And you can just have an extra blocker without having without having him like have to
he's a beast.
notify the refs.
That's like sad though when like your top 3 weapons are all tight ends, like Fairmouth, Smith, and Washington.
No.
Makes you think imagine if they had Pickens and like kept him or traded for a guy.
Pickens is good for exactly what Rodgers would need, where it's like a broken up
On the
play. He just, like,
sideline.
just lobs it at him and he just makes some crazy play.
Yeah,
But I mean, DK is also he's not bad.
It's
I
just
I
weird
feel like they've kind of
pairing.
figured out how to cover him that game as well.
yeah.
Yes.
Chargers proving us right so far. They had a little off series in the middle of the year, off stretch, but they're kind of hitting their stride again. And they still need to get Hampton back from IR. But he said I think he should be coming after the bye.
Yeah.
So and he was pretty good. Vidal is doing good though. Packers playing the Giants this week. Giants had a lot of drama over the weekend. They allowed the Bears to come back. It's kind of Caleb Williams had his "I'm here" moment, and Ben Johnson. I don't know if you saw his like locker room speech, but it was pretty fucking like he
I
was
didn't see it.
fired up.
Really?
You could tell like the players really like him. Plus he's like a really smart dude. So they allowed the last second comeback, and they fired Dable, who was a really good play caller for the Bills for a long time. He brought the best out of Daniel Jones we've ever seen in his career, maybe minus this year, but and then Dart was actually playing decent, but they said maybe that Dable was being too aggressive with Dart's running ability to try and save his job. But that's what you have to do with like a raw, like young QBs.
Yeah.
Because
That's what I mean. Like the way he got hurt is not. It's not like.
well, they said it was his 4th concussion eval in like 7 games.
Oh, that's on him though. Learn how to run as well.
Yeah, so they
fall.
said he is out this week versus the Packers, and our guy, Jameis Winston, back in the NFL. Mike Kafka, the interim head coach, I guess isn't a fan of Russ. Thank goodness.
Everybody hates him, dude.
He came in that game
He
when
just looks so bad.
there's no arm anymore. You can't really run either. And Jameis, has the arm. I saw someone tweeted about like why Jameis, and they're like, oh, this is why Mike Kafka loves Jameis. And it was Mike Kafka in college, and he threw like 45 for 70 one game, like 70 attempts. And it's like, yeah, he's going to go out
Bring
swinging.
the slinger out, yeah.
But it's just interesting. Do you really feel like Dabble should have gotten fired?
No, because it would have been fun to see what he would have done with Jameis also, but yeah, I mean.
Because they don't really have weapons after Neighbors and Scadabo is
You can't-
down. It's not
yeah.
like, yeah,
If the
Slayton.
Browns and like, I don't know.
Like,
if
Slayton
the
was
Jets
popping
are gonna
off.
hold on to everybody. Like, why would the Giants? Kind of kills your momentum in the locker room.
Is
I
that
can
the
imagine,
first?
too.
No, it's the Titans fired their coach first. I
No.
think he's the second firing of the
Which-
year.
Yeah, but the Jets' worst record in the NFL, I'm pretty sure.
And Jets,
Still have him.
Aaron Glenn, he's like the most annoying guy if you watch him like at press conferences, Rich Kamini, he's like a Jets reporter, said that he like laid out what Garrett Wilson's injury was in like the timetable, and so the next day at the press conference, they were asking him, Aaron Glenn, the coach, about Garrett Wilson. He's like, why don't you just go ask Rich since he knows everything? Mm-hmm. It's like, bro, we want to hear it from you, obviously. Like, we want to see if this guy's right or not.
Sassy guy.
And he's like his first time head coach too. So, but the Jets had a crazy win. And if you heard last week, I told you guys, if you're feeling ballsy, take this money line. If not, take the spread. And his dude Breece Hall, like I told you earlier, like I bet they're happy they didn't trade him.
Yeah, makes sense.
And it's like Fields did nothing at all. What was it, kick return and the punt return.
In the first 2 possessions, I'm pretty sure.
So 14, like 0 instantly.
Or they kind of came
14-3 or something.
Yeah. And then they were kind of down, I think, for a little bit.
Yeah,
I had them in a parlay. I was watching their money line.
Yeah, Browns came back, like tied it up like 10-10 or like 14-14 or something, and then 75-yard screen to Breece Hall. He just made magic happen. And it's like Fields threw for 130 yards or something, but it's all like
yards
0 air yards.
Yeah.
And Garrett Wilson, he came back, but then got hurt again in the game. He's already been announced he's out this week and probably next week too.
Good for him.
Which is kind of sad, but not like.
Good for him. Like he doesn't have to play for this.
It's free money, yeah. It's like, you're not going to win games probably, and Fields is already like proven not the guy.
No,
so might as well wait for the rookie QB next year. Browns, you got to start Shedeur at least soon because Gabriel is like the worst QB I've ever seen. He's like shitty Tua, which is like saying a lot.
Yeah.
Every pass is either at someone's ankles or like skied, like out of bounds. I started Fannin in a few leagues. I think I started him in 3 leagues this week. He got me like 8 solid, but there's a lot of opportunity for more because Gabriel is leaving it all out there. But yeah, it's going to be a weird season for them the rest of the year. Browns, they got to start Shedeur, but it's also like they see Shedeur and Gabriel in practice every day. And so I feel like if they thought Shedeur was better, they would have already made the switch.
Yeah. I wonder if they're just like trying not to, just whatever reason they didn't want to play him that much ever.
Well, if like you don't think he's good, just send him out there. You never know. Or and then it's like, if he plays shitty, it's like you can be like, we drafted him in the 5th round or 6th round. It's like
just like even at this point, just be like, oh, this is why we weren't playing him ever. This is why he never came in. It's like he plays bad. But you know he's gonna come in and ball. They're gonna.
He's gonna have one good game.
Yeah, like his first starting game. He's gonna go crazy.
Yeah, he's gonna start 4 games, and you say it's the first one. I don't know. One of the 4, he's gonna go crazy, and then everyone's gonna be like,
No, I see them being like trigger happy to bench him. Like if he has his bad first game, I'd be like, all right. But again, like we told you guys, he's dog shit. Like that's why.
Yeah, at least they should maybe like alternate QBs.
Yeah, play
like every drive, every other drive.
There's like real teams that utilize 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, speaking of rookies, Tyler Shough for the Saints, first NFL win in his 2nd start. Unfortunately, it had to come versus the Panthers, hometown team. Not that we're fans, but it's still like
somewhat a fan.
Beat the Packers, lose to the Saints. You would say if they played those 2 teams, they would go 1-1, but it's just not the way you thought it was going to happen. And it wasn't even like. I mean, I guess it was close because Dowdle scored first and did like the no pumps, which is funny. Didn't want to get in trouble again. And it was like Aaron Jones scored at the same time in the Vikings game, and he also did the no pumps. It was like within like 3 minutes real time of each other.
Keegan Michael Key, or whatever his name is, he called into the Panthers practice.
No,
in their team meeting to talk to Dowdle. He like zoomed. It's pretty funny.
Yeah,
him doing it.
It was like, but after that it was all Saints. Shough had like a 70-yard bomb to Olave where J.C. Horn like fell down because he couldn't like turn his hips. Shout out Steve, couldn't turn his hips and track the ball. And he like just calling for PI, but it's like Olave is not a big dude at all.
No, he gets lit up. He's literally.
It's like if you get bitched by Olave, that's like Horn is a big. He's like 6'2", like kind of meaty, lean guy for a corner at least. And then. Yeah, it was kind of all she wrote. It was kind of unfortunate But now I think everyone has realized that Bryce isn't the guy because, Panthers fans look at it through like the rose-tinted goggles. But everyone has known it for a long time.
I don't know what's going on with him. He just has
He's just too little. Like
too little confidence problem too. I think he's back in his back in the closet or whatever. Like he's just.
I heard he had.
He's very mobile either. I don't know what the.
I heard he had a charity event at Fahrenheit yesterday, and nobody really came.
Really?
Or like it wasn't like, yeah, nothing crazy happened.
We should have pulled up. Could have had him on. We could have sat right here.
Yeah.
Could have sat on your lap.
Yeah, but it's at the same time you don't really have a guy because you're gonna throw Andy Dalton out there? He was like way more.
I don't understand why the Panthers just didn't pursue a better backup as soon as they saw Andy Dalton before the trade deadline. Worst case scenario, you try to maybe get like Malik Willis.
Because they're 5-5. Yeah, like somebody like I don't know, like Mike Jameis.
Russ. Russ.
No.
Sutton. That'd be funny though.
Or like I don't know. There's probably plenty of guys out. You get Trey Lance or something from the Chargers. Like he looked good in the preseason. That's points.
A lot of backups you could go after.
Especially like guys that are not 5'10" and can move a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
See over the O-line. Because besides that, I think they just gave it to Dowdle like every play.
Yeah. Speaking of not being able to see over the line, did you watch the Chargers game?
Yeah.
Did you already bring it up? No, you didn't. Did you see how many times Herbert's pass got swatted down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like 5 times at least.
Yeah, that's the.
But he's like only throwing lasers is why I think.
Oh yeah, he did. We talked about Rodgers. I completely forgot they played the Chargers.
Yeah, Rodgers got lit up. Yeah, Bryce had a pick too. 17-7. 17-7, and you scored 7 in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, great game.
Kind of moving on. Kind of tired of shitting on the Panthers. Texans had that huge comeback versus the Jags. I didn't get to see like how it happened. I watched like the highlights after the game, but they had 29 unanswered points in the fourth quarter, and it was Jets, Texans, and Seahawks -7. And I was like, damn, I can't believe I sniped the Jets and fucking gonna lose because the shitty ass Texans. Go into a wedding to turn off my phone, being respectful. Ceremony, like I don't know, it was like 45 minutes or whatever. Come out and I was like, no fucking way. And then I see like the Seahawks are already up like 21-0. It was like a 10 for 100. I was lit.
That's sick.
Only parlay I won this week in terms of football, but you live to see another day.
Yeah.
Lawrence is another one of those opposite of Bryce where he's huge, can run a little bit, but he just is ass in general.
He got bad throw mechanics or something.
I saw that. I don't know how serious it is, but I saw a guy making a big deal of when he throws, instead of looking at the receiver, he looks at the ball coming out of his hand.
Tracks it. Yeah.
So he can see it happening. Because his arms are so long or something. I don't know. It's like crazy because he was like the golden boy.
The other way, you're supposed to look the ball into your hands, like watch the ball hit your hands as a receiver. Like you watch it until it.
Well, I imagine like shooting a basketball, you're looking at the back of the rim or whatever you're looking at, and then throwing a football. I imagine you're looking at a spot where you're gonna lead him, or if you're looking, it's like a curl. You're looking at the guy.
Just looking at the ball.
Yeah, it's like a very weird. I saw a cut up of clip someone did. But yeah, especially because it's a first-year head coach, it's hard to not imagine that they're going to try and move on at some point next year in the offseason. But hey, you never know.
Yeah.
It was also announced that Travis Hunter out for the year, LCL surgery.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's because he plays both sides, but I think after this, they're not going to do it as much. Because
I think he barely played defense though. I think he started out going both sides more, and then just decreased the snaps on the defense.
Well, it's like if he played more defense, they would decrease his snaps on offense and vice versa, within a game.
Kind of balanced.
But it's like he's a better wide receiver than a corner in terms of skill set. So why not? And wide receivers make more money. Like I don't know. It would make a lot of sense to me to just go that route.
It's kind of cool to have an extra nickel,
Yeah, but it's
you
like
don't have to
I can play Julio at safety, but should I? Probably not.
It's different. One's actually capable though. But yeah.
Honestly, Julio hit stick compilation
Yeah,
is
those instant
insane.
conversions are crazy. The
Throwback.
beast,
Shout out
yeah.
Julio.
Especially that chase down.
Yeah, he's just like you like the what's that song? Here comes that boom. You
Yeah.
could do a legit cut up with all
Him
chasing
and Cam
down.
Chancellor are like the same size too. So
Yeah.
it's like literally just the same.
Matt Ryan throwing all these picks. Yeah, here's the one I really didn't want to talk about. Bills huge L versus the Dolphins. And it was like really frustrating to just watch the whole game because it was like, yeah, Dolphins got out. I think it was like 17-0, 14-0. And like Bills had a really good drive. And then Josh Allen throws a pick like in the end zone off from the 5-yard line. And then they're having another really good drive to score before half. I can't remember if that was the pick or this one. And then James Cook fumbles. Like he never really fumbles at all. I think the last fumble he had was over a year ago.
For some reason I thought he did fumble a lot.
I don't think so, but it's just really like it's like the worst. Not only that it sucked, but it was like the worst time in the game because it's like right when you're about to like start your rally, and then they just
cut it short.
Yeah, and it's not even like obviously the Dolphins suck. It's not like where it was like a good team. I don't know.
That's the worst. Just getting like.
I guess it it is a division opponent, but still. So there's no way we should lose to the Dolphins. Like the Bills beat the Dolphins. Like Josh Allen is like 14-3 in his career versus the Dolphins. So it's like something that's not really used to happening, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a generationally like shit team.
Yeah, it's tough because we play the Bucks this week, and it's hard to see.
That's gonna be a hard game to rally.
It's hard to see that.
Rally with, I'm saying, like that's a hard one to come off a loss.
It's a home game. Like this one was in Miami, but yeah, it's like you want to lay up, after those type of games.
Was it raining in Florida? I thought it was raining. There was a game where it was raining. That was the Patriots game.
Was it?
Yeah, it was raining for a minute, and then they still like.
Yeah, we can talk about the Bucks Bills in a minute, but they should have traded it for a wide receiver at the deadline, the Bills, or something. They needed some juice, and then Kincaid got hurt, and he's like the best receiver.
What happened with him? I just saw it on my fantasy
I
team.
pulled his hammy. He's
Man,
out for a
that's
couple of weeks. But yeah, and then like you said, Pats beat the Bucks. It was a really weird game. Bucks jumped out to a lead early, and then Pats hit some big plays to Diggs and Kyle Williams, and then Bucks never really could do anything after that. I guess they are hurting from their lack of weapons. I saw Bucky was out there today at a walkthrough, but
Still not.
we'll see if he plays. And then obviously Godwin out, Mike Evans out. Baker can only do so much, It's like when you're.
Cade Otton played well.
Yeah, they just feed him.
Yeah,
I saw that on your bench.
of course. Well, I started Kincaid.
Yeah. So it was that was supposed to be like the game of the week. It wasn't really super exciting, but it was still close-ish score. It just points to show like Patriots might be legit. I saw a guy tweet, this analytics guy DVOA, like used to be Football Outsiders. I forget what it's called now. He said the Patriots are the worst 8-2 team of all time. It's kind of crazy.
But see, the thing is, yeah, they are kind of legit, but they Bucks should have won, but like you said, they're
Just had big
destroyed.
plays.
The team's just bad, and not bad. I'm saying like they're in a bad spot. I don't think they could beat the Chiefs. I don't think they could beat like playoff Chargers, maybe playoff Broncos.
It's gonna be interesting to see because the Bills are down a game now. Patriots still have their bye, but they play each other again. But if the Pats don't lose again, besides the Bills, then they would still win the tiebreaker. Like if they both win out besides that game. So it's gonna be interesting because they do have some harder games, like maybe one or two, but they still have layups. They still play, the Jets, the Dolphins. So Bills gotta hope they kind of lay an egg in one of those games, in like division games. So we had another early morning game. Jonathan Taylor, 3 touchdowns again, 50-point fantasy
Crazy.
performance in
Crazy.
PPR. And it was like another Daniel Jones shitter, and he just saved the day. And it was kind of inspirational to watch. Like that
Put the team on his back.
86-yard touchdown. He runs into the line, kind of patient, just boom.
Just full speed.
Stiff arms a dude. Carlo's like, because Carlo's here, and she doesn't really watch football. She's like, dang, he wasn't even touched. I was like, yeah, he's too fast, too strong.
Could be
I think if there was gonna be a year that RB would be MVP, I
Which
don't
is
think it'll
Belichick.
ever happen again. But this has to be because there's not really like a good QB having a historic season.
How many yards does he have? I think he has.
I know
like
he has
1100
20 touchdowns,
Yeah, 1,100 yards. 20, you know what the record is? I think like 20.
30 something
Is
at
it 32?
LT.
It's either 32 or 20, like one of those. And I know players have gotten close.
He
but
has
a lot of-
1,139 rushing yards, and yeah, like I said, 20 touchdowns in 10 games.
So he gets MVP if he breaks like 17.
It was
17, and
LT's
then-
record,
I think, yeah, might be 30 on the dot,
31.
31.
So he would need 32. Said in 2006, 28 rushing touchdowns. Also in 2006. So JT has 15 rushing touchdowns already, 5 receiving. Yeah, because it's like, who would you say is having the best QB year? Dan Jones or Mahomes maybe?
Darnold.
Yeah, Darnold. But at the same
Just
time, it's,
JSN.
yeah, it's like JSN is like the man. JSN leads the league in receiving yards like by a lot.
Mm.
He already has like 1,100 receiving yards in 10 games.
He's
Or-
chilling too. He cruises through those games.
Well, it's like they're not even like he catches a slant, he has to juke, and he gets hit. They're just bombs,
Just,
like
lob
arc,
it up for him.
when he's touchdown.
Crazy. Again, Packers could have drafted him.
Bills could have drafted him. Bills could have drafted him or Ladd, like if they traded up for JSN. Super disappointing, but yeah, I don't know what the odds are. I can check real quick. They're probably not super high, just because
I'm gonna check on
the
thing.
history of a running back hasn't happened since Adrian Peterson.
All right, we're at 32.
I know people wanted Gurley to win MVP that one year.
Yeah, but
I type in NBA or MVP, and the first thing that comes up is WNBA MVP.
WNBA MVP.
So the Drake May and Stafford are tied for first right now in odds, plus 300.
Stafford is balling.
He
I
is
forgot
balling.
about that. I always forget about him.
And then it's Jonathan Taylor third. I didn't think his odds would be that good at plus 500. So that he's getting respect. It's good to see. But yeah, it is kind of murky. Drake May, Stafford, Taylor, Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Darnold are all like in the same little like plus 300 to plus 900. And then it drops off plus 2,200, Justin
Does
Herbert.
Stafford have an MVP?
No.
No, he has a ring though.
Yeah.
Got a ring, no MVP. This would be the year he would get MVP though.
Yeah, it's just like how OP is it to have Puka and
Cooper
Devontae
Kupp.
Adams?
Cooper Cup. No more Cooper Cup.
We had Cooper Cup and OBJ, but that was kind of solid too. I guess we can kind of move on to next week, look ahead. Since we're already talking about it, Rams, Seahawks, probably the two best teams in the NFL right now in terms of just like, not only do they win games, like beat good teams, they shit on like
yeah,
bad
they
teams.
finish games. It was just
Seahawks 44-22.
That whole conference, or
The
that
di-
conference,
the
whole
division.
whole division was balling.
Yeah,
I'm
except
checked. I'm like all of the like LA all the LA teams were balling.
the Rams won 42-26 versus the 49ers.
Yeah.
It's just like Stafford, he's like, I guess it's similar to Darnold. He's just throwing bombs. And it's hard not to, I guess, when you have Puka and Adams. They kind of just catch everything.
Yeah.
Adams did come up lame a little bit. I don't know if you saw that. He was trying to
Like,
press,
tweaked his
and then he came up lame with his back. Hopefully it's nothing, just because you don't want to see a older receiver go out like that, especially when
Probably
they're
just
having
strained it.
such a good year.
Stomp. I don't think that's like a real injury. I think he just like tweaked the nerve. Like
Yeah,
one of
it's
those
just like
things
he's like pulled up too fast.
I could literally do that right now. I feel my sciatic
Yeah.
just hurting in my back.
And then obviously on the other side, you have JSN kind of not by himself, but they traded for Rashid Shaheed. Who you calling? Let me see where it is first of all. But it's a hard one. Let me see what the odds are too. Rams minus 3.5. It's at Los Angeles.
Yeah, I was gonna go Seattle just because I have JSN on my fantasy team, so I need him to cook. But
Interesting.
I could like Stafford to be like it's gonna. This is how I always say this.
You think it's gonna be a defensive game, low key?
If it's not, it's whichever team goes up by 10. I don't think the Seahawks have like the juice to come back. Like I don't believe in Darnold like that. I think he's just capable of like playing consistent.
Over under
offense.
48.5. That's a kind of a high over under for
Yeah.
how good these defenses are.
I don't, but it's just because, like, again, they could throw bombs. Bombs are like, there's no defense against bombs if they could just catch them. Like that Jason touchdown this past week was
Yeah,
like,
it's disgusting.
was, like whatever. But yeah, but I think okay, so like
Damn, that's gonna
if
be lit.
the Seahawks are able to go up early, I think they win because they can stay consistently scoring. But
They have a turn away offense. It's not like they run the ball, maybe get 3 or 4 yards a few times, and yeah, they hit you with over the top. They're not like pass, like all the way down, kind of like the Rams are. That's why it's also going to be interesting because it is like a clash of styles like that. They're
the
both
Rams do have Kyron Williams still. So
like they both have the opportunity or like the ability to change their way, but the way they play, the Rams are more of like going high
Matthew
power.
Stafford can just go.
Puka, Stafford, every play, run when the goal line, and then Seahawks kind of not dink and duck, but kind of, and then
Yeah, I mean,
they
still
lull
take-
you
they
to
have-
sleep.
They take advantage of all three of the running backs, which is kind of cool.
So yeah, you said Seahawks. I did something after the Monday night game that I'm gonna start trying to do more often, where I make a parlay for the next week, like right after Monday night, fresh, off the week. And that one was in my game or in my parlay that game. So the parlay is Bears money line versus the Vikings at Vikings. It's Texans minus 7.5 at Titans, and then I chose Seahawks money line at Rams. $5 for $50 parlay. Nothing crazy, but I think I'm gonna start doing that more often just to get ahead, so we're not like, oh, these are my props for Thursday, but you're not gonna see it. Type
We should
shit.
just make some before we start, like a joint one, and then just actually like I don't know, maybe make a graphic and post it. Or something.
I think it's gonna be 1-1. Like whoever wins this game is gonna win the next one, just because that's how these divisional games seem to go, especially with like really good teams.
Yeah, there's not
Whoever
huge
loses
dominance.
first gets like the fucking edge like crazy, and they just billboard
Especially if it's
material.
like away for that team.
But I don't know, it's just a gut feeling. The Seahawks have looked a little better on offense and defense to me, especially because the Seahawks have, I think, played a little bit better teams, played more like prime time. Because the Rams, yeah, they beat the Ravens, but Lamar didn't play. I think that's like, they beat the Colts. That was kind of a crazy game. That was like week 2. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's hard to say. If anything, I would take the points +3. I could see like a game-winning field goal, kind of deciding it. But yeah, it's gonna be epic game.
Yeah.
At 4:05, I'm glad I'm off this Sunday. Can watch all of Red Zone. Another 4 o'clock game. Also, like, not game of the week, but huge implications. Denver and Kansas City. Denver's coming off the huge shitter Thursday night. They won 10-7, but it's versus the Raiders. Bo Nix kind of doing the same shit as Gabriel, just throwing it at the legs of every player, or he's skying it out of bounds. Only really guy he likes right now is Troy Franklin, which was interesting because last year was all Sutton, and
Yeah,
now
what
it's,
happened to him?
he's still there. He's still healthy.
What's going on with that?
It's just they played together in college, Franklin and Nix. So maybe it's
Yeah,
just
well,
like
that should
he's
come
like familiarities. It's like comfortable. But yeah, it's Chiefs are coming off a bye. I think Andy Reid is undefeated, if not like pretty close to undefeated off a bye. But yeah, it's Denver defense still looks awesome. That's not a question.
Yeah.
Surtain hasn't been playing. I don't think he's going to play this week. So it's not as good as it could be, but it's still nasty.
Yeah.
Especially with the Chiefs O-line troubles that
yeah.
they've had.
Yeah. I don't know. The Chiefs always manage to like adjust well to his good defensive line. I don't know. They've got all their receivers now. I'm pretty sure, right? Everybody's playing.
Who? Chiefs? Yeah,
All their
Rice
receivers are
back,
playing,
Worthy's
running
back.
backs.
Chiefs minus 3.5 at Denver, so in Mile High. Over under 44.5. That still feels kind of high over under. I don't know. Maybe that's just
Those
me.
are like crazy scoring teams. So it is strange. I bet the under.
Yeah,
Bet the under. You're gonna bet the over on the total points for the other game, and it's gonna be like 10-10.
yeah.
And then this one's gonna be like 52, fucking 48.
Chiefs defense is good too, though. it's been better
It's good enough.
than
Like
their offense, low key, this year.
they have a smart defense. They have like
Well, they have
adjustable.
Spagnuolo. He's just kind of genius defensive coordinator. But yeah, that's another super exciting matchup going on. It's also at the 4:05 window. So it's going to be, usually, you watch the 1 o'clocks and maybe you take a walk or go get some groceries because I don't know, it kind of sucks watching 3 games, at the
Yeah.
4 o'clock window, especially when it's like last week, Seahawks shitting on the Cardinals, Rams
Yeah, it
shitting
does
on
suck when
the
it starts
Niners.
out early, like bad. Yeah.
But this week, should be some good ones. Another big game this week, like we talked about earlier, the Bucks are traveling to Buffalo to play the Bills. Both teams looking to bounce back off road losses.
I'm sure you have the Bills. I mean,
I don't know. It's hard for me to be confident, especially after seeing what I saw. Like, no one gets open for the Bills.
yeah,
And,
but-
like, Keon Coleman is running, like, 60% speed, and he's supposed to be, like, your number 1, like, rookie last year. They have Shakir, but they only throw him screens, really.
Mm.
And then
Nice.
Kincaid's out this
Yeah.
week. And so if the Bills, if they fall behind, if they can't run the ball with James Cook, it's like there's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
At least that's what it feels like on offense. Did you catch the last week at all, the Bills?
No, I didn't watch that game. I mean, I did see the James Cook. They would get momentum, and then it's just like
Yeah, it's just
I
so.
didn't
But
see it. I don't remember seeing a single completed pass from the Bills. Whenever
it's
they
like
were-
always Josh Allen rolling out, spinning away, rolling out again.
No.
And then it's not because before with Diggs and like Beasley, like that's like way throwback, but those guys knew how to roll like with a quarterback kind of.
Yeah. I mean, they're paying attention.
Mac
they're playing
Hollins.
they're trying to help him out,
But
That does
he's-
suck when you have like stupid receivers who are like, all right, you can't even run the real routes, and then it's like quarterback's rolling out. He's like, all right, well,
I'm just gonna stand here.
I'm just gonna, what's going on? I'm gonna
They're-
block. I'm gonna block upfield.
They're supposed to get Josh Palmer back, but
I don't know if that's enough.
he's
for him.
like, yeah,
It's
he's like,
just another
is
one.
he the save? Is that the missing piece? If Josh Palmer's the missing piece in your offense, I think you have a lot more problems
No.
than not.
Ah,
But
who knows, dude? What's his name? No hands.
it's also on the other side. Baker has not really any weapons.
no.
Bills are 5.5-point favorites, which is like pretty. I don't know. I think it's pretty steep. Basically, touchdown
Yeah.
difference.
5.5 is always so weird.
Yeah, because it's like 2 field goals. I guess is technically 6 points.
Yeah.
But why not just do 6.5? I don't know.
Yeah, just go all the way out.
I agree.
They know better than us.
And then the
Sure.
last banger. We got a lot of bangers this week. Lions, Philly. For me, I don't know. I just feel like the Lions are just going to come out and just destroy.
I didn't want that to happen. I want the Lions to lose, obviously, because they're still going to be. So that division's weird because the Packers are technically tied because they only have 3 losses.
Let me see what it says on here.
So like if the Lions lose,
Oh, it's the Lions, Bears, and Packers all have 3 losses.
so with the Packers with the half.
Yeah, they're technically the Packers are in 3rd right now because they have less wins.
So if the Lions lose,
yeah, the
it puts them
Packers would-
all the way down, puts the Packers up. I mean, but at the same time, I want Philly to just get fucking smacked.
Philly,
dude.
the number 1
Fucking-
seed in the NFC now after last Monday. 2.5-point favorite Philly is.
Yeah.
Kind of shocking.
Yeah. Good. It's just
46
that
and a
Vegas
half.
knows people are gonna be like, yeah, Philly, and then the Lions are gonna fucking come out and just smack.
Yeah,
them.
I don't know. I have a feeling the Lions have never looked better, unless they're already like preemptively have the line set for no Amon Ra. I don't think he's gonna get suspended, but yeah, that's kind of shocking. I didn't know that
What?
it was 2.5 to Philly. That's kind of crazy, because they already suspended the other guy. They like
Yeah.
rocked his
Oh,
shit.
yeah, that was like a legit punch.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It's also a D tackle.
Yeah, it's a
pretty
big
cool.
dude.
It's cool to see a big guy. Everyone's like,
Uh,
why would you punch a guy with a helmet on? It's like he aimed for his neck.
Yeah.
He hit him like
Hit him in the
right-
chin.
So
But yeah, it was crazy that no one caught the Amon Ra until the DT like
it wasn't that crazy though. Like it
He
his
just, like,
was like
he
yeah,
just
but
pushed him
still.
kind of in the face.
But everybody always says
It's always the second guy.
Well, that and then like Amon-Ra is like an aggressive player. He does like a lot of like
He's
random
German.
little shit where he's just like he doesn't play dirty. He just plays kind of cocky. So that's where you get moments like that. Kind of like how DK used to be, where he would just beef
He's
every
just like
guy
German
possible.
and homeschooled.
German homeschool, true. German homeschool. Is
Yeah, like that's a dangerous,
I mean,
dangerous combination.
I'll
I think he was
isolate this.
homeschooled. Yeah, he's a crazy, crazy guy, and it's funny. I don't know if you remember, he caught that touchdown. He's like, I run this shit.
No,
And it's like, bro, you're like, come on,
you know what I'm saying.
you're a good boy. Come on. And now he's like trying to be that badass. He's trying to be like the edge for the Lions team because they really don't have like
Dude,
an
fucking
edge.
Stupid ass coach.
Yeah, I guess the coach,
fucking
but you need a guy on the field. You need a
I guess.
Draymond.
I don't know if, but like nobody like came to defend.
Yeah,
him,
it's
I'm
true.
pretty Sure. So,
He
like,
just got his shit rocked.
yeah, nothing happened there. The guy just like did it, and then the monitor was just like, whoo, and then he just like walked.
Got
off the field.
ejected.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're split on that one. You say Eagles, I say Lions. We never said Broncos or
I
Chiefs.
say Lions. I want the Lions to win.
Oh, I thought you said you.
Actually, I
hate
don't know.
them.
I'm split. I guess I don't care. Go Lions. I'd rather watch that. It's better for my fantasy team, I
You
think.
calling Broncos or Chiefs then? We forgot to pick up that one.
Broncos or Chiefs? I'm going Chiefs. Broncos are
Yeah.
struggling too much. They're like too inconsistent
I don't
offensively. I think
It's just I think that's like the ploy.
you think
It's like they're just gonna kind of. I think they're
Yeah.
gonna come out this week.
They
They're gonna
play-
show out. No J.K. Dobbins probably this week. They think he sprained his foot. It's not like totally public yet, but there's some insiders that have already kind of discussed that. But it's
See-
not like R.J. Harvey. He's decent.
Yeah, that's where the Chiefs come in. I mean, like a good defense, they still outplay good defenses. I think that's what they're made for. I see a lot of rollout Mahomes passes. Definitely see like Kelsey touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to be different and go Broncos, but I think I'm just gonna go Chiefs. Then we said, what? We both said Seahawks,
Yeah.
and then Bills. I don't know. I'm not gonna vote on that game, but
Yeah, I don't know.
it's gonna be a weird one, I think.
I'll go Bucks just because I want that game to be good. I think the Bills have the capability to win that game just because of how beat up the Bucks are. But it'll just be fun. The Bucks only win if they come back. So that's why I'm rooting for them.
Kind of gave my hot take parlay. Do you have any hot takes for this week? Kind of what we discussed. There's some other good matchups, obviously, like Jameis versus the Packers. We have
I would
Dolphins
stay-
Commanders in Madrid.
I would go. I would just honestly the parlay that I'm probably gonna build. That's gonna be like
Dallas
I'm gonna try and make it
Raiders
fruitful.
Monday night.
I would go all in on all the star receivers. I would go JSN and Amon-Ra. Give me some. Why am I blanking? I mean, I would just go all
Puka,
in.
like
Igbuka or Puka.
yeah.
I would just go all in on those guys anytime. I feel like this week is going to be one of those like every scoreboard is going to be like high scoring. You're going to see a lot of passing. You're going to see one of these games is going to be a quarterback throws for like 450.
Yeah.
Both do. Could definitely see that being the Seahawks.
It's a Jets Patriots Thursday night, kind of huge shitter game. If I had to pick a TD in that one, I don't know. I have a feeling Hunter Henry. I always pick tight ends for the touchdown jackpot. I feel like they always have good odds, but Henry's been kind of quiet with the receivers going off, so I think he's due. Yeah, a lot of good games this week. I hope you guys enjoy a good week of football, and hopefully we had some hot takes for you guys,
Yeah.
unless you agree.
Hopefully I don't sound like this next week.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.